I also want to point out that from a policy perspective, I really basically have three pillars, all right? And I think all three pillars kind of tie everything that we see in our society together. The first one is the economy. How many of you like the prices right now? Right? Yeah, inflation is rough, right? Well, taxation is an inflation too, right? So one of my main proposals is that we join 9 other states and eliminate the income tax here in the state of Georgia. Now, by eliminating the income tax and going to a consumption-based tax, such as a sales tax, that's going to broaden the tax base, right? We always talk about broadening the tax base to grow the economy. Not the rates, but how many people are paying into the system, right? And so we need to develop ways by which all of us are contributing to the health of Georgia, that all of us are paying in. We all receive the benefits as being a resident of the state of Georgia. We all need to participate. But on top of that, it's not just eliminating the income tax in the state of Georgia. I want to push to eliminate property taxes. I realize that, and everyone here, I'm an educator, I'm very much aware of how we pay for education. However, how many underserved communities don't have money for their schools because they have depressed property values? How many of us end up having a boost in our property taxes when we have some crazy inflationary environment where all of our houses are worth more all of a sudden overnight? Right? So there's a burden across the board. How many people send their kids to school and don't want a home? Right? So my proposal is that we not only create a sales tax system here in the state of Georgia for all of us to participate, but we take a portion of that that's dedicated solely to education. A portion of the entire GDP will go to education. So local communities will have a portion of that. They will have a certain percentage of the total sales tax that's charged on goods and services, which means that they will have the funding they need. I don't know if you guys have driven around some of the schools here lately. It's horrible city, right? And it's not just do the students have the resources that they need. How does that look when you can't even see the front of Evans High School because it's covered with poles? We need a new high school. We need a lot of new schools. We need to be able to attract teachers, keep and retain good teachers, because they don't get paid enough, because we're borrowing and begging. We already are doing T-SPLOS and E-SPLOS measures to try to help boost all of this infrastructure spending. We already have a consumption-based model. We just need to expand it across the board. We need everyone in Georgia to participate, not only in funding the state, but funding our schools.
60 seconds.
Secondly, our judicial system. All right. We all know that occasionally we have district attorneys who don't necessarily have the fortitude to put people away when they commit crimes, right? So I'm proposing that we grant authority to the Georgia Attorney General. Now, there's a little fuzziness in the Georgia Constitution. We may have to actually amend some powers there for that to happen. But I propose that the Georgia Attorney General has the authority to audit and make recommendations to the General Assembly on removal of DAs who are not fulfilling their oath of office that they are all required this morning to take. If they're not putting criminals away, if they're making their decisions for political purposes, or ideological ones, or social justice ones as well. We can't sacrifice public safety in the state of Georgia anywhere. Thank you.